This week, Manitoba began to ease restrictions and gave certain businesses a pathway to get back to work. Some have called the plan aggressive. However, given the numbers and the success that our community has had in planking the curve, the province felt that this was a prudent next step. At the end of week one, some businesses are finding their new normal and have opened their doors. Others needed more time to establish the protocols they need in their business to keep their employees and their customers safe. Here's some of the concerns we've heard from businesses. Is there enough childcare to support their workers and enable them to come back to work? The province says it's now opening up childcare options to everyone who needs it, beyond critical care workers. Others have expressed concerns around finding proper sanitization and personal protective equipment for their businesses. We know the province is working with the federal government to buy in bulk, and they're even turning to local Winnipeg companies to source what is needed. As part of the province's plan, restaurants were allowed to open their patios this week. The process to license a patio has previously taken time. This week, the city has laid out guidelines on how to set up a temporary patio to help business owners get back to work and welcome customers. Last month, Statistics Canada and the Canadian Chamber of Commerce surveyed 13,000 businesses, asking a series of questions around how the pandemic was affecting them. Only 11.9% of businesses said they could survive and stay open, partially or fully, amid social distancing measures that lasted more than 3 months. The good news? 62.3% said they could more than likely return to a state of normal operations within 1 month of social distancing measures being removed, with larger firms needing a little longer, between 1 and 3 months. That's why it's important that we start the process for getting people back to work safely and in a controlled way. Our economy relies on our small and medium-sized businesses. We have to support them now as restrictions start to lift so we can get them to the other side. We're not out of the woods yet. We know there will be continued issues and challenges that we have to work through together as a community. EDW will be there to help, to raise issues that businesses encounter to the appropriate levels of government, and to communicate back to work best practices to businesses in every sector of our economy. We won't stop, and we hope you won't either. Not everyone may be comfortable with heading out onto patios or public spaces just yet, and that's okay. But we all have a role to play, whether it's taking those first steps to support small business in person or from a distance. Together, this week, we have started down the road to recovery.